Hello there and welcome to another one of our Lexical Lab 1 Minute English videos. If you enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our website www.lexicallab.com to find out more about our online courses. After almost 30 years working as an English language teacher, one of my oldest friends, Andy, recently retrained as a state school Spanish teacher, and he's just finished his first term. And perhaps unsurprisingly, he's found teaching Spanish to teenagers in a secondary school is a rather different experience to teaching kids who pay to come to England to study English. We were chatting on the phone this weekend and I was asking him how his experience of teaching Spanish so far had been. And he told me that one of the biggest problems he had was basically kind of getting a grip on discipline issues, trying to work out how to get the 14 and 15-year-olds to do what he wanted them to do. Can be difficult at the best of times. And he basically said his toughest decision was when to go in hard, when to put his foot down and lay down the law and make it clear who the boss was, and when to go easy and to cut the students some slack. If you cut someone some slack, you basically decide to be less strict with them than you usually would. You decide to be more lenient, usually because you understand that they're having some problems. And as my friend said, sometimes he would try to be strict and lay down the law, and then he would find out that the reason the students were acting up or misbehaving is because they had terrible problems at home. Maybe one of their parents was sick with COVID or had lost their job or whatever. And so he was kind of punishing them for bringing these problems to school. And he's learned the hard way that sometimes you have to just cut people some slack. Other examples of how you might use this are, for instance, you might go to the boss and ask for some time off, and the boss might look a bit angry when you ask this, and you might have to explain by saying, look, you know that I'd never normally ask for something like this, so come on, please cut me some slack here. If you have a son or a daughter or a student that you're teaching and they fail an exam, you might say, listen, cut them some slack because they studied really hard. It's just not their best subject. Maybe during the last week or on the last day of term, the teachers decide to cut students some slack and maybe tolerate or put up with things that they wouldn't otherwise put up with. And finally, maybe, for those of you who are perfectionists and who beat yourselves up a bit when things don't go completely according to plan, sometimes you need to know when to cut yourself some slack. You need to know when to go easy on yourself and not always punish yourself and beat yourself up. If you have enjoyed this video, click the like button, the thumbs up sign. It helps us with the algorithm. Please do share it with your friends, your colleagues, your students. And in the comments section below, we'd love to see examples of how you think you might use cut somebody some slack.